Konnichiwa, it's Sonia Sensei here, and I am going to be teaching you to make an origami kabuto helmet. So I think you know about origami, it's Japanese paper folding, but maybe you don't know what a kabuto is. So you can see in this picture here, it's a helmet, and these kind of helmets were worn a few hundred years ago by Japanese warriors, samurai people in Japan. And so it protected them when they were in battle. So they were usually made of metal, but they were decorated to look really beautiful as well. And every different family had a different style. So you could recognize which family that was by the style of their kabuto helmet. So you can see in this one, it's got some very long horn type decorations on it. And there's some gold flowers and little they look like pearls. I don't think they are, but little decorations on it. Here are some other styles. Look at this one. The horns on this one look more like they're deer horns. And again, it's got lots of decorations, some flowers and other shapes on it as well. Here are some different designs. They all look very fancy. They're probably very expensive too. So you can see how kabuto can come in different shapes and sizes. Now this is pretty interesting. Can you recognize this character here? Have you ever seen Star Wars? Well, this is Darth Vader. He's the bad guy from Star Wars. And it's interesting that his helmet looks very similar to this kabuto. And the makers of Star Wars were inspired by this Japanese kabuto helmet when they made Darth Vader's helmet. How interesting is that? So today we are going to make a kabuto out of paper, an origami kabuto. And when we've finished folding it, then you will be able to decorate it using some Japanese patterns. So these are some Japanese patterns here that you can choose from and decide how you would like to decorate your kabuto. Okay, so I am going to make a smaller kabuto because I can't fit a big one in my camera, but you will have a big piece of square paper. We have to start with the square. Mine is patterned on one side and just white on the other side, but you are going to be decorating your own with your Japanese patterns. So we'll start by putting the paper in a diamond shape, and we're going to fold it down in half to make a triangle. So you can use the back of your finger to press down along the creases to make them nice sharp creases, and make sure that you're lining up the points very carefully. We don't want them overlapping like this. They have to be very precise, careful folds to make it really neat. The next fold that we do, we take one side and fold it straight down. So it's going to make a straight line here, and the point has to match up neatly at the bottom, not hanging out that way. And then we can press that down, and then the same on the other side. We fold it straight down the middle, pressing that fold, and make sure they meet nicely at the bottom. The next step is to take those two flappy bits and we're going to fold them straight up. So it's straight up the middle here and fold straight along to the corner. Press that down nice and sharp. Same on the other flappy bit, straight up, press it down firmly. So it should look like this so far. We've got two points at the bottom and now the two flappy bits up the top. Next, I'm going to take one of those flappy bits and fold it about halfway between the straight line and the horizontal line. So I'm making a diagonal fold here, and I'm making the horns on this kabuto to make it look a bit scary, so it's got some horns. So I'll do the same on the other side, try and make it about the same shape, folding it on that diagonal line there. pressing it down. There we go. Now I've got 2 horns sticking up and it's looking really good. We're almost finished. Now I take the top layer and I'm going to fold it up, but not all the way to the top. I'm going to have it down a little bit, but the point is going to be in the middle, on that middle line, and I'll press it down. Make that crease nice and tight with your fingernail. And then there's a little gap here between this fold and the bottom of the new fold you made. And we're going to fold that part up. Yours is going to be bigger than mine, remember. Mine's a little bit skinny. All right, press that really nice and firmly. Oh, wow, that's looking good. And then the bottom piece, that last flappy bit, you can see there's a pocket in here. That's where your head's going to go. And this bottom flappy piece is going to fold inside the pocket. And keep poking it all the way till it reaches the top point. And then we can fold that down firmly like that. And there we go. We have a kabuto. We have the kabuto helmet. So the back is just flat and we've got our horns here and you'll pop it on your head. So now you can have a look at the patterns and see how you'd like to decorate your helmet. Okay, so here are the patterns again. So I'll make those nice and big for you. So you can look at those and choose how you would like to decorate your kabuto with one of these traditional patterns that families might have used to decorate their kabuto many hundreds of years ago. So good luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing your kabuto at the costume parade really soon. Have fun. Sayonara.